Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday, and welcome to this Sunday edition of Politics with Riley King. Let's get started with your Sunday edition of Politics with Riley King right now. First up, earlier this week, Pete Buttigieg visited Berlin, New Hampshire, and when he was visiting Berlin, New Hampshire, Pete Buttigieg announced a project to help with snow removal in Berlin, New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Walmart, America's largest, is hiring. Earn $23.55 to $28.10 plus benefits. Working at Walmart's Raymond Distribution Center. 50 full-time positions available. Apply today online or text DC to 240-240. Walk-ins welcomed.
The hard labor of snow removal in downtown Berlin will eventually become a thing of the past, thanks to a $19.5 million federal grant for a project to pipe excess heat from the Burgess Biopower plant under local streets and sidewalks.
Well, the important thing is to use taxpayer dollars for something that's going to make a difference and create economic growth. The funding that's going here is going to support economic development for downtown of a community with a proud blue-collar tradition.
Berlin has been working to bring this concept into reality for a while now.
We have helped them apply for this grant now, I think, 3 times. But this time through, there was additional funding that we secured in the bipartisan infrastructure deals.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg first became acquainted with the snow in Berlin when he was campaigning for president here in 2019.
And even though it was only November, the snowflakes were flying, as I recall. And it reminded me of the constant battle between mayors and their 2 great enemies, snowfall and potholes. And this is going to help with both of them. So,
how much do you think you'll save annually on snow removal downtown?
About $130,000 in today's dollars.
Per year?
Yes, which is no small chump change.
While the city expects an eventual winter maintenance cost savings, business owners are hopeful the project brings more investment and revitalization downtown. Exile Burrito is helping to bring a new energy of its own to Berlin's Main Street. Owner Adam Hamill says eliminating massive snowbanks in the winter will be a big boost.
I think this project will bring a lot of new entrepreneurs to Berlin's Main Street. There's a lot of opportunity.
In Berlin, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Caroline Levitt says she's the right choice in 1st District Republican primary. Levitt bashes Matt Mowers over New Hampshire roots in loyalty to Donald Trump. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Whoa, sorry, you probably didn't catch all that. Well, as you can see, Fidium is fast.
In the 1st Congressional District Republican primary, Caroline Levitt has her sights set on the 2020 GOP nominee, Matt Mowers, saying he isn't the best bet to unseat Congressman Chris Pappas. What is the case that you make to conservative and Republican voters in this primary that they should make a change for the nomination in 2022?
Well, I am proud to be the homegrown America First candidates in this race. I got into this more than a year ago, and I have been outworking my opponent, Matt Mowers, every single day. And that's why recent polling suggests that this is a dead heat race with 3 weeks to go, because my team and I have been putting in the work to reach out to every single voter on the ground that we possibly can. We've raised more money from the people of New Hampshire than Matt Mowers or any candidate in this Republican primary by far.
Both Levitt and Mowers worked in the Trump administration, but Levitt bashes Mowers as being insufficiently pro-Trump.
Matt Mowers moved to our state for political power. He was a longtime political operative for Chris Christie, who is the leader of the Never Trump movement, and he came here to run for Congress.
On the abortion issue, Levitt says while she is pro-life, The matter should be decided at the state level, not in Congress.
So I will always speak for life, and I will ensure that our legislatures in Concord are taking tangible action, but I do believe it's an issue that belongs with the people, not bureaucrats in D.C.
How can you say you're pro-life and then not vote pro-life in Congress?
I am personally pro-life, but as a congresswoman, it is my utmost responsibility to abide by the Constitution and to ensure that the federal government is not infringing on the rights of our constituents here in any way, shape, or form possible.
In Manchester, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Mowers remains confident heading into the home stretch of New Hampshire 1st District Republican primary. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Whoa! Sorry, you probably didn't catch all that. Well, as you can see, Fidium is fast. How fast? 2 gig download and upload fast. But we know speed isn't everything. That's why we also offer whole home Wi-Fi connectivity, an easy-to-use app, and so much more. Plus, Fidium eliminates data caps, gimmicks, and hidden fees. Finally, there's internet that's flexible, friendlier, faster for you. Yeah, you, and whatever you do.
In New Hampshire's 1st Congressional District, Republican Matt Mowers remains the frontrunner in the GOP primary. But some polls show Caroline Levitt, a former Trump White House assistant press secretary, closing the gap.
The polls don't matter to me. They really don't. I mean, look, I'm glad that we continue to lead in them.
President Trump gave you his full and total endorsement in June of 2020. In fact, it was 2 years ago this very Sunday that you were on stage at the Trump rally at the Manchester-Boston Regional Airport speaking to a crowd of thousands. You don't have that endorsement this time around in this primary. Why is that?
Well, look, I'd welcome his support. And, President Trump's been often giving out these endorsements a week or two before the election. So we'll see. And as you know, he's not bashful. When he's got his mind made up, he'll let everyone know.
Surely you've made your case to him directly, though. He could end this primary for you right now.
No, I mean, look, this is going to be about the people of New Hampshire.
Mowers is hammering incumbent Congressman Chris Pappas on inflation and the high cost of living, while also staking out his position on the abortion issue. If you are in a Republican majority in 2023 and some kind of abortion ban comes to the House floor, be it first or second trimester, are you a yes vote on that legislation?
Well, I think the Supreme Court has largely said that this is a state decision now. That's what they wrote about in their opinion, the fact that these are decisions that are best left to state policymakers. Look, I'm pro-life, and I'll look at every piece of legislation, of course, and see if it's in the best interest of New Hampshire.
Mowers is also blasting President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan.
Now, I've talked to a lot of folks who are mad as hell about this because they've been working hard every single day. They did the responsible thing, and now they feel like their tax dollars are being used for folks who decide to go get four-year philosophy degrees.
In Guilford, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire officials react to President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Whoa! Sorry, you probably didn't catch all that. Well, as you can see, Fidium is...
Governor Chris Sununu also had some harsh words for the plan, saying the president, quote, did not cancel student debt, he transferred it onto the backs of millions of hardworking Americans who chose not to go to college for expensive degrees. New Hampshire Senator Jeanne Shaheen is praising the temporary relief this will provide to borrowers, but the Democrat says to truly stem this crisis, comprehensive legislative action is needed from Congress. But Congressman Chris Pappas is among the Democrats criticizing the plan, saying it sidesteps Congress, saying any plan should go through the legislative process, be more targeted, and be paid for, so it doesn't add to the deficits.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this Sunday edition of Politics with Riley King. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Politics with Riley King. I'll see you back here next Sunday for another edition of Politics with Riley King. Goodbye, everyone.